Field Yates, ESPN's draft analyst, talking about where he thinks the Browns will go at number 2.
I still believe the Browns are less likely to take a quarterback than they are likely to take a quarterback. We shall see, but the indications continue to point towards one of Abdul Carter and Travis Hunter. I just think right now my lean is a little bit in the direction of Abdul Carter, but I'd be lying if I said that the winds haven't shifted a bit more in the direction towards Travis Hunter.
And Fred, I guess it depends on how you view Travis Hunter. If Travis Hunter can come in and be a high-end receiver, why wouldn't you pick him? This team is lacking so much at the playmaker. Tell me who's a playmaker. I guess I'll listen to Jerry Jeudy. David Njoku, if he's healthy, that's it.
Well, it's like a circling firing squad here. We can go and make the case for Travis Hunter. There you have your top receiver, and maybe even your bookend opposite Denzel Ward, because we're not been that impressed lately of Greg Newsome, and MJ Emerson. And so you got maybe a two-way performer there. But then you can make the case, man, if Abdul Carter is like Micah Parsons and you have, 2 game records now, you can make the case there. But then it comes back to your offense scored 15 points a game. So you need playmakers on offense, but it all starts with your trigger man, that quarterback. And we saw clearly that Jameis Winston was a much better alternative than what we saw before he played and after he played, but he turned the ball over so much, they moved on from him. So you still need a quarterback. But if you're just convinced that Shedeur Sanders, assuming Ward's gone, isn't the guy that's going to take you higher than, say, a Kenny Pickett would, well, then why in the world would you, use the number 2 pick on him when you got Carter and Hunter sitting there?
So relative to Shedeur Sanders, we've heard some of the comps recently be Andy Dalton. Say he's Andy Dalton. You willing to take him at number 2 overall? Andy Dalton was pretty productive. I get it. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I mean, and Andy Dalton was a competent NFL quarterback.
Yeah, it's why it's so hard, to get it right. And, right now, unless Joe Flacco came back, they're going to be starting their 41st quarterback in September since 99. And that's unfathomable. You think about that, a franchise quarterback, plays 10 to 15 years, and you would add 41, in over 20 years. So that's why it's so difficult, and that's why I've emphasized it the whole off season. I get it. We don't know how aggressive the Browns were in going after Geno Smith when he became available, or any of the other guys. Not that they're the be-all, end-all, the Sam Darnold as a free agent, or where these all have been, but they're sitting here now basically one of 2 teams without a starting quarterback. And maybe that's why the talk about Kenny Pickett so much, getting fans ready for that possibility. But I still don't totally believe it. I keep feeling like somehow, some way, they can figure out the money side of it. I know that they're tight against it, but they're very good at restructuring deals. And I think they could do that with Cousins. And, even our salary cap guy said they can make it work for like a 2-year. And that would allow you to develop, whether it be Pickett or a rookie you draft. And so they just got to get it solidified. And I have to think that a guy like Cousins would be valuable enough to allow you to go get Hunter and allow you, or Carter, and take the pressure off the quarterback drafting and take a guy truly you want, And if you want to trade back up and get a Dart, okay, or Milrow, okay. You got a guy in place for a couple years. And if he struggles, you got some alternatives. But I just can't see it relying totally on a rookie right now.